This NFL Week 8 recap and Monday night props edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBet. Bet $100 at WynnBet and get a $100 free bet. Head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET to claim your free bet today.
Hey, this is Derek Stevens. I'm the owner of Circa Las Vegas. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second that money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
I feel like the energy's down, Sean. Is the energy down?
Me?
Is
no.
our okay?
No, my energy was high. Your energy's low, but my
You're coming.
high.
You're coming across really low. Your levels are low. Classic Sean. He's just tired.
What? Oh, is this reverse psychology, Ryan? You're trying to throw me under the bus? Hey, I'm over here sitting in the 7-0 club, the 7-win club. Smell that, Ryan?
What's
that
that?
is the rarefied air of being undefeated in the National Football League. Hit 2-0 with my locks. Ryan, you also hit Dawson Knox first touchdown for Sunday Night Football. Congratulations.
A very generous also. As if I hit something else. Hitting a Commandos dog doesn't even feel like winning. But
yes, you're right.
I'll take money when I get money.
Dog.
You also hit the Commandos dog. Man, that game was ugly. A couple ugly games out there. A couple of fun, crazy games. We're gonna get to them all. I see Kyle in the chat. Let's go Vikings. His Vikings pulled that out. Bills got the win. Didn't get the cover. We're gonna get to it all and then close it out with our Monday night props, including first touchdown and our own win, build your own bet, and call in live. Shove someone in the locker. Who upset you on this gambling Sunday? What was your what's your biggest beef with the Sunday? Tell you who I got no beef with. WynnBet. That's right. Bet big, win bigger with the good folks over at WynnBet. So many states. Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. That's right. And of course, the WynnBet Casino in select states. Bet a first deposit match up to $1,000. The WynnBet Win Hour every Thursday, 5 to 6 East, where marquee games get better odds. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And of course, the Bet $100 get $100 bonus. Again, you can sign it up for every state. Every state's a different account. Easy money. Let's go. Just head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET to claim your free bet today. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBet.com. Must be 21 or older and present in the state where play through WynnBet is available. If you're someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. And of course, our YouTube jersey giveaway. That's right. Just go to youtube.com/sports gambling podcast, hit subscribe, comment on a video. Each video is a new chance to win, and turn your notifications on. So when we announce the winner, we're able to contact you. Kramer, I see in the chat already, Darius Knox saying, why did I put Stafford in a teaser? SMH. Feel free to go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/discord, raise your hand and toss Matt Stafford in the locker that he so certainly deserves, right?
He's bad. I mean, I haven't even seen. I didn't even dare look at the lineup I threw in with him. But I mean, just at some point I think we were discussing this a couple, or obviously we've been doing the Geno thing for a while, but we were even discussing like the Seahawks team as a live dog in the division. Now watching these teams play, I mean, the Rams the worst team in the division by a wide margin.
I mean, Yeah, I think it's close. I think.
In what category? Like, are you like, yeah, they'll get it. They'll get it together.
Well, now and Cooper Kupp's banged up, so I mean, really, like it's shitty enough for the Rams, and then you throw in the Cooper Kupp injury. I do think it's probably neck and neck with them and the Cards. I would almost take the Cards because the Cards, as bad as they've been, we've at least seen flashes where it's like, oh, that's crazy. Oh wow, they pulled that off. I've seen nothing from this Rams team to even get remotely excited about.
I mean, this was the test, right? Coming off the bye, let's see what they can get going.
Yeah, if they didn't get a win here,
hey Sean, how you doing? McVay, that is.
Oh, I mean, he's in trouble.
Probably spending too much time with his dog, trying to teach it shitty tricks.
Well, you know, and
taking his shirt
I
off.
almost got cute and took the Rams, but yeah.
What do you mean there's no way you were taking the
that
Rams.
Note boom injury really threw me off the scent.
No, we were never going to take the Rams. That's a system play.
It's a flow chart.
Shanahan versus McVay in the regular season.
All right, let's get to the recap. Bucks, Ravens, Ravens 27, Tampa Bay Bucks 22. I mean, you want to talk about they are one game back now of your Atlanta Falcons, Ryan. I mean,
I was just checking. So the prices I have actual money on.
Yes.
I have a tiny little bit at 35 to 1, big bet 33 to 1, additional bet at 30 to 1. So
I mean, you know, the Bucks
one of the few bright spots of today.
Did beat them head to head, but other than that, Atlanta's game up on them. I mean, Tampa Bay. You want to talk about looking bad? The only reason I would hold out hope for Tampa Bay is because their division.
No, curses are real.
Yes, the witch stuff is real. Can the mini buy outweigh the witch curse? We'll see. Ravens didn't even. I don't even know if the Ravens look good. To me, it was just like Bucks, man. The defense was just trash. And then Brady just seems legit off. Like some of those other games, it's like, all right, they got to get on the same page. This game though, like Brady was missing throws.
They can't run the ball.
Yeah, that's
it really, because he is throwing the ball. Yeah, he's missing throws, but his receivers are still putting up stats. They're not able to do two things. They're not scoring and they're not running the ball. And honestly, Brady, like the combination of all the physical traits that are changing in Brady. Like
sounds like he's going through menopause.
It all
Your
works.
body is going through changes, Tom Brady.
It all works until you suck at football. Like anything you do is great until you suck at football. TB12 is awesome.
Yeah.
Until you suck at football. Stock must be crazy. Maybe we can offer him a free stay at Jared Goff Sucks Island. Maybe it's a retirement home for him. Who knows? We could be talking about Tom Brady Sucks Island.
You know, you can make injuries. Bruin dude 212 saying too many injuries on Tampa. You can only win so much with that type of talent. I mean, dude, they had
fuck off. The Giants are 6-2 with. I saw this stat today. 39% of the Giants' salary this year is going to either dead money or players not on the team or players not contributing any snaps.
Young Joker.
So these excuses about Tom Brady and his fuck off.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear.
I mean, Brady has plenty.
Everyone
of talent.
plays the same game.
Brady has plenty of talent around him. It's not like he's getting destroyed with the offensive line. I mean, he has Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. Like that alone is enough to carry them to some victories. Broncos 21, Jaguars 17. Shout out to fellow Wolverine blood owner Russell Wilson. Wow, this game is bad. We were both on the Jags here, unfortunately. We just have to stop picking the Jags, Ryan. They're in my auto fade pile now with the Texans, and
just disgusting.
The problem was the Broncos are also in that auto fade territory. I thought Nathaniel Hackett traveling to London would be a disaster, but it turns out Trevor Lawrence just sucks, and maybe Doug Peterson deserves some of the blame, but Trevor Lawrence just looks bad. Like he's not.
Well, he looks.
You can
good.
only
He's
see,
beautiful.
Yeah, his hair is amazing. You can only throw so many interceptions directly at directly at the defender, like full speed. He doesn't see the field for shit.
Well, again, they do well.
They turn the ball at inopportune times. Can't get clutch stops. They, when to your point, I think we were talking off the air. You say, hey, they script that. Those scripted plays up top, those look good. Other than that, they can't do anything.
He also plays well against zone. I mean, I mentioned this in the Giants game when they ratcheted up and they went to man. That's when Lawrence started to struggle. So the book's out. If you just play man against these receivers, they seem to struggle to separate, and Lawrence is making a ton of bad decisions still. So, and more importantly, Sean, I thought a deep dive might be needed because now we have a larger sample size. Russ did high knees on a flight to somewhere and was successful. You had a good weekend. Do you want to pay any credit to the high knees on the plane?
It was a mix of high knees and lunges, but again, I'm not afraid to stretch on a plane. You're crazy not to stretch on an 8-hour plane. This is probably one of the more sane things Russell Wilson has done.
Did you see
ultimate zag here?
Did you see him warming up before the game?
I saw his sunglasses. I didn't see his pregame warm up.
I'll even go a step further. He did nothing on the field that makes me think he's back.
No, he looked bad. Like they didn't look good. He's thrown up 2 Hail Mary passes so far this season to KJ Hamler. Other than that, like, what do you say?
I'll take it a step
hit my
further.
Cortland Sutton under player prop.
Nathaniel Hackett, anytime he talks to a reporter, is more embarrassing than Sirianni's intro press conference. He just doesn't. How this guy was hired via an interview process where he had to speak to other humans. He just doesn't sound like a leader. Hey, so what are you doing to do in the second half to get things going? Or actually, the question was like, how do you think Russ is doing? Oh, he's playing well, but I think maybe he could play better. It sounded like my 10-year-old doing some public speaking. This is an NFL head coach. They didn't leave him on the tarmac. Shout out to Nathaniel Hackett.
Chicago Bears lost 49-29 to the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, their offense has looked better. I'll say that. Probably should have seen this coming. Again, we were never going to pick Dallas, but Bears coming off a Monday night win. This is just a prime letdown spot for the Chicago Bears.
I don't think so. I mean, if Fields leaves a bit for he leaves for a bit. And then that strange defensive touchdown where Justin Fields actively tried to not tackle.
I've never seen in my entire life of football.
I don't want to hurt you. You're a superstar. You fucking idiot. You are so dumb.
So Micah Parsons recovered the fumble, and Justin Fields was like literally going to run into him to down him. He was on the ground, both knees. Justin Fields does this athletic play, jumping over Micah Parsons and somehow not touching him. Like if he was slightly less athletic, his foot would have grazed Micah Parsons and he would have been down. They would have scored the touchdown. But a positive side, my best ball teams with Justin Fields, Khalil Herbert.
Here we go.
Great day for those, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, a great day for. Did all right with the fantasy stuff. It was the picks that was a problem. Look, I think we, Bears fans can. My DMs are wide the fuck open.
They're getting chirpy, Ryan.
I mean, franchise quarterbacks jumping over a dude to not tackle him.
I mean, again, it was impressive how he went out of his way not to touch him. I'd never seen that.
I don't know if we've ever seen. I mean, honestly, Malik Willis, as some folks we were watching games with today were commenting, is giving Fields a little bit of a run for his money with decision making. He's new. I'll give him a pass. Fields makes some of the worst decisions I've ever seen on a football field.
Not good, but I would say he's gotten better.
Vince Young was like a fucking rocket scientist compared to this guy, Sean.
Patriots 22, Jets 17. One of my locks. Let's go. And Jets kind of got that touchdown there in garbage time. Got a little nervous though early on. Mac Jones still doesn't look great. This was more about the Pats defense being able to shut down Zach Wilson, who threw 3 picks.
Started shaky, but they worked it out.
They did. Mac Jones 24 for 35 for 194. Pick and a touchdown, and he got fortunate. There was a pick 6 that got called back.
He's just not as exciting as
dude. Bailey Zappe
Hour, baby.
The Zappe Hour is more fun to watch. I don't know what it is.
It makes no sense.
No, and
truly makes no sense.
And Jets maybe have hit the Jets wall, although they're still 5-3. Ryan, hot take right now: do the Jets make the playoffs? Yes or no?
No.
I mean, it's going to be tough with this rushing game. Like Michael Carter, 7 for 26, James Robinson, 5 for 17. Brees Hall was their offense. Garrett Wilson though had a good game, 6 for 115.
I feel like you're kind of missing. I think the Zach Wilson's the problem.
Oh yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like if you don't have Breece Hall to rely on.
Well, you have. James Robinson should get assimilated here, so we'll see it. We like him, Sean.
Yeah.
Don't forget he's on the team.
No, I did. I read off his stats. I'm saying I don't think what you got.
First game is my point. Like this was like I would expect him to slowly work his way into more of a bell cow role. Why else trade for a fucking running back, right?
Yeah.
I'm still thinking they're not making the playoffs, but only because the division is so competitive. I mean, do you see them beating the Dolphins or beating the Bills over the course of the season?
I think they might be able to beat the Dolphins because I do think their defense is good, but their offense.
It took a third string quarterback. I mean,
their offense is just so rough. It's going to be tough. Miami Dolphins 31, Detroit Lions 27. Dolphins somehow covered this, even though Detroit Lions were up 14 in the second half at one point, and still just couldn't get it done. It's really impressive the Detroit Lions collapse.
Have they fired Aaron Glenn yet?
The Tua sack I gave out for the DFS show, they chalky but did really well. Unfortunately, the rest of the although I think I still got like a 150, but that wasn't good enough with the cash because I didn't have like the Tony Pollards, that kind of stuff that really blew up some of these lineups. I mean, Detroit just sucks. They just fucking suck. There's not really much else to take away from this Lions team. It's unfortunate. Because I think their offense is kind of fun and frisky.
It's coaching though.
But yeah, I mean, their defense is so bad.
You can't score. Like they scored. Did I see this correct? Did they score on their first? Was it their first five
possessions?
You shouldn't lose a lot of games when that's the case.
No,
this is like a bizarro.
Didn't
Broncos
score
case.
any points in the second half. It's just crazy.
Is it purely just they don't know how to make adjustments? Because I feel like more than any other year, you're seeing a real, there's a common thread amongst most of the good teams. They're making good in-game adjustments. Sure, there might be good bounces going their way, obviously, but I think there's also just good decisions being made. And Dan Campbell maybe being spotlighted as a guy not making good decisions. Remember when the smart people in the community thought Detroit was a great team? Great team to buy this year. Jags and Detroit.
Awesome
Let's go.
opportunity.
Lions and Jaguars. Turns out
Urban Meyer himself is worth 5 wins, Ryan.
No.
Or is he? Urban Meyer 2 wins, Doug Peterson 2 wins.
Oh, that's
when
hot. That's hot.
When they were 2-1, everyone goes, "Oh yeah, man, they're gonna make the playoffs." Doug Peterson, AFC MVP, all this. Saints 24, Raiders 0. Raiders bad on the road as a road favorite, made no sense to me. Stidham.
I'm pissed I didn't lock this up. It was close.
I felt good about it
moment.
too. I was just slightly worried about locking them up because the Saints, much like the Ravens, seem to have a knack at blowing some of these games. Jared Stidham came in for a while there. Carr a little banged up. This offense obviously just looked horrible. Like I don't think they got it. I mean, you look at the stats. No one. I mean, the best receiver was once again Mac Hollins, 7 catches, 64 yards.
It's annoying.
Devontae Adams, 1 catch, 3 yards. Like what the hell's going on?
It's at some point it's coaching, right? If Mike McDaniel, tiny ass Mike McDaniel, Tua, and Tyreek Hill can figure it out, why is it we have so much trouble getting the ball to these dynamic stud receivers? And
D Bettis in the chat, fellow Eagles fans, go Birds. He's pointing out that Josh McDaniels should be an auto fit, and he's right. Like we shouldn't even think about this with Josh McDaniels. He's so bad.
You think there's a home road thing going on here, or is it just, we should stop listening to the people talking about how good the Raiders look on paper? I would imagine this game should crater all of those stats and yardage things that they're floating up the Raiders up to being a team that should be middle of the pack. Again, at some point you win and you lose, and I think they matter still. Sean, guess what?
Yes.
The Las Vegas Raiders are on schedule to be a Close Your Eyes special.
Ooh.
At Jacksonville next week. They are currently a 1-point favorite, so we might be off the hook again.
Yeah, I mean McDaniels is just bad. 13-21 in the NFL.
Can I give you a hot take?
Yeah.
As a Derek Carr guy, Derek Carr is not playing that. This game was about Derek Carr. as much as it was Josh McDaniels. He's a guess what? Hyper efficient quarterback, doesn't throw a lot of picks. He's not letting it rip.
Yeah.
He's scared to let it rip. Scared money don't make money.
Agreed, Ryan. And Carr's just kind of trash. Speaking of trash, Arizona Cardinals couldn't get the money line win. It was 28-23, and it was 3rd and 8. Cards had the ball inside the red zone at like the 18. Kyler Murray just drops the snap, and it hits him right in the hands. Just falls on the ball, and then they have to kick a field goal, and then it's 28-23. And when they kick that field goal to make it 28-26, you knew they were never going to win.
Can Call of Duty release a map that is a football field?
That's what the Cardinals really should do. That like trick Kyler and like give him these missions, but secretly it's like teaching him how to play against his own defense.
I mean,
subconsciously.
I'm assuming it wasn't related. But.
Well, Ryan, this is a classic. Like 2 weeks ago, we talked about the map, the game. All right, this is not this week. We fade them next week, and then when it comes the game comes around to the Vikings, I was like, the matchups. This is such a good spot for them.
You got to do better next week. I was on to all this shit. Got to do better next week.
DeAndre Hopkins, 12 for 159 and a touchdown. How do you lose that game?
Oh, let me look this up. Wait, 12 for. Oh, so over 6.5 receptions was good again.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, they did. Dalvin Cook, probably one of his first like really good games. 20 for 111. Kirk Cousins rushed for a 19-yard touchdown. So a little bit of outliers there, but maybe the Vikings are good. I don't know.
I mean, I think the Vikings are probably similar, bizarro versions of the Giants in some ways, in that they're just they're having success where they maybe weren't in the past. I don't know. The Vikings have an offense; they don't have a defense. That will be their downfall. Like this team will not be able to stop a good team at some point, and the Kirk Cousins will shit himself. That will be how. But
you like that?
But what's the record,
like
Sean?
That 6-1,
and there are 3 games clear of the Green Bay Packers.
It's crazy. I mean, I thought for sure the Packers would figure out a way to win the division, but maybe Rodgers is old cook there. Atlanta Falcons 37-30 beat the Carolina Panthers. Did not cover the spread. Felt like there's a number of spread is not dead games this week. Wild game, back and forth. Carolina, to their credit, scrappy, did hit the PJ Walker over half interception. Atlanta goes up. What were they? They were up 6, right?
They were covering. They were up 6.
Oh yeah, so it was all right. So they were up 3. Then we're bitching and moaning. Oh no, they're not gonna.
Then they
cover.
took care of business.
Then they get the stop. They turn them over on downs. They kick the field goal. They go up 6. They give the ball back to the Carolina Panthers. And I think even at the bar, you go, oh yeah, all we need to do is prevent.
No, I said, oh shit.
Mary.
I go, oh shit, they're letting him drive because I watch him sling a out route to maybe more, out of bounds 20 yards, like 5 seconds. It's like, oh my God. And then of course it's a classic, like it's not the end of the game. So they're not like their dinosaur brains aren't in a Hail Mary mode. And they just let DJ Moore run by him.
How did they let DJ Moore by him? And then DJ Moore celebrates, rips his helmet off, goes nuts. They take a 15-yard penalty, so it's a 48-yard field goal all of a sudden to win the game, aka an extra point. They miss it, then they go to overtime. Carolina misses the field goal to win. Atlanta maybe had Mariota breaks off a run. Is he going to take it in? Doesn't, and then they kick the field goal.
On third down.
What a wild.
Well, you missed the part where Carolina missed the field goal.
Oh no, I said that.
Okay.
Carolina missed one in extra in same guy.
This division, I mean, for this to be in the same level of football as some of these other divisions, I know the AFC South catches a lot of shit. The NFC South might be the worst. I mean, for the Atlanta Falcons to be leading a division, think about it. Say that out loud. This Atlanta the team that is telling everyone that it's not cool to pass the ball anymore. Shout out to Kyle Pitts, got a touchdown.
You did. That's about it though. How about my Philadelphia Eagles, Ryan? They took care of business 35-13 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, on the prop show, it said this is the AJ Brown game. They're going to bring back the deep ball. They did. Jalen Hurts lit it up, 4 passing touchdowns. First time in his career, Fly Eagles fly. Won, covered the spread against the Pittsburgh Steelers. How's
Anything to add? I mean, just the fact that you weren't pounding the table for AJ Brown on the DFS lineup we built Sunday morning.
Well, Ryan, it's
clear. It's clear and obvious. Devonta Smith looked like shit. Clearly out of sync with Hurts. He must not have been invited on the trip to Disneyland during the bye week.
AJ Brown 6 for 156, 3 touchdowns. I mentioned him on the props show. How I thought he was going to have a big game.
Soft. Had an opportunity to make real money.
Any thoughts on the Philadelphia Eagles, Ryan?
Steeler. I mean, Tomlin. This is a bad look for Tomlin. His teams are quitting. His teams quit. His teams aren't trying. I mean, they put backups in. They still didn't try. That's a problem.
We got a Minshew sighting.
No, I mean, yeah, like when the Eagles backups came in and the Steelers still weren't trying. And how dare you? Shout out to Cam, hosted us for the Texas A&M game. Gig 'em. Fun time. He gave me false optimism that TJ Watt, as a metaphor, might actually be activated. Fuck you.
Sounds like he's close. And yeah, shout out to all the listeners. Met a bunch of listeners. Stephen B. Ranger on Twitter, long time. That guy's old school. He goes back to the early days. So got to hang out with him. Cam, Moonoff.
It's always good when you get pure in-person validation that your audience is the newspaper crowd. You know what I mean? I love it. In a positive way, right?
Tennessee Titans 17, Houston Texans 10. Titans get the win and the cover. Pretty ugly game. I mean, there was that trend about division unders, and again, not a totals guy, but I think division unders still looking pretty good.
I mean, Malik Willis. I want to go back and watch this game because Malik Willis. This might be one of the worst performances by a quarterback in a snooze win.
6 for 10 for 55, 1 interception.
What was the final carry tally?
5.
Okay.
So yeah,
your 20 carry prediction was a little hot.
Well,
heavy.
I mean, I thought, dude, they were crazy for not coming up with more design runs for him. Like, get him involved in the game. I mean, instead they just gave it to Derrick Henry 32 times.
I just think everyone has him wrong. He's not going to be like a volume scrambler.
Yeah, we'll see. 32, 219, 2 touchdowns.
But you have to admit his throws. He had a couple Justin Fields like throws.
Oh yeah, I don't know how he will be as a prospect. I mean, I think he's interesting, but
it's the accuracy.
Super raw.
It's the accuracy. It's tremendous.
Well, I mean, that was Josh Allen's problem, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, he figured it out. He has a long way to go. I think.
Josh Allen's slightly more elite other skills.
Is the early takeaway on Malik Willis. Seattle Seahawks 27, New York Giants 13.
This is horrible.
Cashing a lock there. What are your takeaways on this game?
A horrible game. Horrible that it landed on 2 touchdowns. So all those douchebags that were saying they're going to win by 2 touchdowns turned out to be right. Yeah, I mean, look, you're not going to win a game where you are on the road in a tough spot to play and you punt returner drops the ball twice. Like starting there. The Giants, this was the first time all year where they were truly like their adjustments didn't work. The Seahawks had an answer for everything they've been doing. And shout out to Pete Carroll.
Well coached. Yeah.
The best twist of this season is Pete Carroll and Geno Smith being good.
Pete Carroll, coach of the year. Look out, right?
And Geno Smith after the game stated that this one's for Ben McAdoo and Jerry Reese. So I neither of which is employed, like literally not employed by the Giants anymore. But shout out to Jerry Reese.
They actually did I thought the Giants did a really good job on Kenneth Walker. 18 for 51. He did get a touchdown late, but I thought they did a good job bottling him up. Tyler Lockett, couple drops there. DK Metcalf played well.
Yeah, I mean, I think the defense played well considering where they were put at times, and again, when you're the receiver, the practice squad receiver problem showed up in this game. So Seattle, Seattle must have a decent defense. That's what
I said that to you while we were watching the game at the bar. I'm like, Seattle's defense has really turned it around.
Also, DK playing is insane. I mean, based on what I read about the injury he suffered.
Well, and
speaking of Wolverine blood,
yeah, him and Lockett both seemed like they were not going, like had a legit chance not to play, and they both played and were.
I'd like to look. Maybe we need to do a little investigation in the franchise on the Seahawks here. Overusing the cart. How many times is DK getting carted off this year?
He got carted off again.
How many times are we going to cart this guy off? It's embarrassing. Be a man. Walk off the field.
San Francisco 49ers 31, Los Angeles Rams 14. We're obviously on the 49ers. 49ers just own the Rams in the regular season. Christian McCaffrey throws for a touchdown, runs for a touchdown, and also catches a touchdown. It's only happened like 11 times in NFL history.
I don't have the number, but throw Christian McCaffrey on the top of that list. He's probably in mourning though right now. His beloved Cardinal tree has been suspended for what was it, a game or two, for slandering the great University of Stanford. I mean, look, this was the McCaffrey game everyone wanted. I would just say be careful. There were a couple spots this week, this one in particular, where this is just what happens in this game.
Yeah.
So just be careful.
Ryan, this is pretty interesting. So he joins the group of let's see, 4 people have done that since the 1970 merger.
Has anyone been recent?
Yeah, well, relatively
What's
recent.
the most recent?
2005. Can you name
right.
the guy who did it in 2005?
It's a run, a pass, and a catch.
Yep.
So it's probably a running back.
Yep.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Nailed it. Nice.
That's crazy. I did not know that, but that's just
how
deep we go. Sure.
Can you name the player who did it in 2001? I don't even recognize this name.
Priest Holmes.
No, I know who Priest Holmes is.
That was a joke. Yeah, I don't know. If you don't recognize his name, I would be surprised if I.
He played for the Giants for 2 years.
Oh.
He did not achieve this feat with the Giants.
Oh. Then I don't know. That's a real.
David Patton, receiver,
played for the Patriots.
Yeah. 2001, 2004. So he played for like 7 different teams.
He was one of Belichick's gifted childs. You can do a little bit of everything. Matthew Slater type, but played offense.
So do the Rams make the playoffs, Ryan?
No. I mean, I pulled up the standings. I was gonna
research. Flat Earth said Walter Payton didn't he? Yes, Walter Payton was also on that list. So Flat Earth, research Flat Earth does do
nice
his research.
Work. I mean, when you look at the NFC,
mm-hmm.
we're now getting to a point where we have 3 teams in the NFC East with 6 or more wins. We have the Vikings at 6 wins, but everyone else is 5 wins or less. Now, it's going to be near impossible for the Rams to make the wild card at this point. Would you, unless they could just get completely hot, because you look at the schedule, they have a tough spot. They still have Chiefs. They still have the Seahawks twice. They still have a Packers game. Their schedule is still. They still play the Bucks. I know some of these teams are depressed, but for the Rams to make the playoffs, with the way the NFC is shaking out, it's 10 wins. So can they win? Can they go 7 and what would it be? 7-3?
Yeah, I mean,
is this a team that can rattle off 7 wins out of 10? Not right now.
No, I mean, I guess it's like they do have,
they're only 2 games.
They have
back.
some high level talent, and to your point,
and they play the Seahawks twice.
Is Seattle going to run away with this division? That's the other question.
Well, when you,
dude, Gino is balling.
These teams play a lot of the Seahawks still have to play the Chiefs, old rivalry there. The Seahawks still have to play the Raiders, the Bucks, so they're obviously there's opportunity. The way they've stacked some of the divisional schedules, they're all on the back end. So there unless there's a 4-game lead, there's going to be a chance. I just don't see it from this team because they haven't shown anything. How many teams in the NFC have scored less points than the Los Angeles Rams?
Teams have scored less.
How many teams have scored less points?
Zero. Even the Bears have outscored them, which is crazy.
That's
much as people shit on the Bears offense, and rightly so at times.
Lowest scoring team in the National Football League, not named the Houston Texans.
Los Angeles Rams.
So it's the bottom 3 of the league. Steelers, Rams, Texans.
Wow.
I know. It's like those are the other two teams. We wouldn't really argue that much about them being a not good team. So
Washington Commandos 17, Colts 16. Ryan, congrats. You nailed your dog here.
Dog.
What this was a pretty shitty game, 16-10, and then Commandos, Taylor Heineke drove down, got the win. I got cute here. I took the Colts at -3 just because
a lot of people did, I think.
I don't know, just because to me the line stunk, and then taking Heineke on the road, he's really bad on the road. Jonathan Taylor got knocked out of the game.
This Colts team
finished with 1676. I don't know what you do if you're the Colts. I mean, why did you not give Nick Foles a chance?
And I'd imagine
Why?
Well, I know that some folks were rolling Ellinger out for cash this week in DFS.
Well, he was $4,000, so I guess that
6 carries, 15 yards, 17 of 23 for 200. That's not exactly getting it done. I will say the accuracy wasn't as bad as I anticipated, but also not quite the spunky guy on the ground either. So, look, I think
well, my Colts under 9.5 is looking pretty good.
The Colts, I don't know what. I mean, if Taylor's out for more time, like this is trouble because I didn't see a quarter. Was Sam better than Matt? Slightly.
I don't know. I didn't. Really
I think Ryan. If Matt Ryan was healthy, he would have passed for 350 yards on this team. Like I think this is a downgrade, and I think you can start writing the Colts off. And going back to the standings conversation, are we starting to? Or do we just pencil in the Titans to make the play? Like
it's
once
weird.
again, the Titans running away with it.
The AFC is also. I mean, the whole NFL is just like what?
Titans are 5-2.
It's crazy.
One of their 2 losses is to Dan Jones. Well, Ravens, they're also in first place. Lost to Dan Jones. Keep playing this game.
All right, last game of the slate Sunday night. Buffalo essentially blew out Green Bay. Green Bay got the cover 27-17. I mean, really just Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things, aka balling out, but then also having 2 completely crazy interceptions. I mean, that's going to come back to haunt him.
His interception at the goal line was a mirror. It's just Trevor Lawrence-esque,
yeah.
And what did we use? But I know some people when I put out hey, Josh Allen's doing Josh Allen things today. People generally take that as a positive. I'm referring to the old Josh Allen, the Josh Allen who'd run around with the ball 4 feet away from his body and just fumble, interception. Look. They won the game, so who really gives a shit? But fuck you guys, Bills Mafia. You convinced me I should lay this big number, and then your boy comes out and throws just a basic ass interception.
Lay a little bit of an egg there.
Who do you want to see in the Super Bowl, Sean? The Bills or the Chiefs?
Oh, as a football fan, Ryan, or as an Eagles fan?
As someone who's on the Eagles. And by the way, while you're thinking, shout out to the sexy bots in the chat.
I think going up against Patrick Mahomes, who has Super Bowl experience and won a Super Bowl, is certainly daunting. But right now, this Bills team, their defense is still so good. I would say in a weird way, I think
you don't want to face Mahomes. That's the answer.
I would say Bills. I would say Bills right now. Because I do think we would match up okay with them because we do have 3 really pretty good cornerbacks, and maybe that's how you slow them down a little bit. And we could feast off those Josh Allen turnovers that you're going to get versus Andy Reid, all that experience. Andy Reid knowing the city of Philadelphia might get into our heads.
What does that have to do with anything? Oh, I see. Just a mental game. Yeah.
All right, Ryan, let's get to our props. Before we do that, shout out to Rocket Money. Oh man, are you wasting money on subscriptions? 80% of people have subscriptions they forgot about. Oh man, this thing is really sweet. Like everyone, you give out your credit card, you set it up on auto pay. Are you really going line item by line item and going through there?
I'm listening.
You'd be surprised how much stuff, Amazon Prime account you don't use, or a Hulu account that you forgot that you canceled, or you didn't actually click the cancel thing. You thought it was done. Most Americans, if you ask someone, hey, how much are you spending on subscriptions? They think like $80 a month. It's actually $200 plus. There are so many things that are just set in your life to auto pay. Why not do a deep cleaning of these? And Rocket Money helps you do that. Best part is all you have to do, one button, cancel, you're done. Again, Rocket Mortgage. All you have to do, press cancel, clean up those subscriptions. Imagine if you figured out a way to save what? 60, 70, 50, even if it's $20 a month, that adds up. That's some first touchdown bets. It's a couple crazy parlays you could be putting in. Get rid of useless subscriptions with Rocket Money. This thing's awesome. Just go to rocketmoney.com/SGPN. You can save hundreds per year. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. 40, $50 a month, at least 15. Rocketmoney.com/SGPN. Cancel your unnecessary subscriptions now over at rocketmoney.com/SGPN. And of course, shout out to Babbel. That's right. Love me some Babbel. Me encanta Babbel. It's addictively fun. It just makes learning the language cool, easy. Time wise, it's great. 10 minutes a day for a lesson. And again, you chip away at this. Next thing you know, you're able to have real life conversations in 3 weeks with a totally different language. They got you covered for German, Italian, French, Spanish, and more. Really like this. Again, it's great for traveling. It really is a cool feeling being able to talk to someone in a foreign country in their native language. And then anytime I've been traveling, anytime like just you try, they really love that. And it's just a great way to meet some new people, have some fun, challenge your brain right now. Get up to 55% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/SGP. That's BABBEL.com/SGP for up to 55% off your subscription. Babbel, language for life. Mancanta football, Ryan. Let's talk NFL props for Monday night, and of course, our Wynn build your own bet. What do you got for the good folks?
All right, let's go with Myles Garrett over 3/4 of a sack plus 135. I mean, we've seen the offensive line struggles. I think this is going to be an interesting matchup. I think very chalky to come in here and think this is going to be a game where we bet on the Browns running backs, aka Nick Chubb, because we've seen. We bet on Joe Mixon, the Bengals running back, because we've seen what the Browns defense have done, and then by the way, Nick Chubb is still awesome. So I think I'm going to zig a little bit. I think there's going to be some passing in this game. I specifically we see Joe Burrow and this Bengals team, they're ready. They're firing on all cylinders, and I think even without Jamar Chase, they're going to be taking their shots. So lots of opportunities for Mr. Garrett. Again, the plus odds for him to get a full sack is nice. So
I'm going Joe Mixon over 67.5 rushing yards. A little chalky here, but the Browns are just so horrible against the run game. The Browns have let up 807 rushing yards to the running back alone, and they don't really hand the ball off to anyone else. It's just Joe Mixon, so he doesn't even have to be super efficient. I think he will end up being efficient because of how bad this Browns rush defense is. So yeah, give me Joe Mixon over 67.5 rush yards at -120. I also like him to go over 100 yards at plus 340 is fun. Sprinkle as well. So I like Joe Mixon.
If you want to have some fun. So I like Joe Mixon as well, and it's hard to not want to get involved in fading that defense with the running back. So I took Joe Mixon versus Nick Chubb rushing yards. Joe Mixon was a plus 150 dog. Feels like a nice way to play it, especially when Stefanski's dumbass doesn't remember he has Nick Chubb for full quarters. So Joe Mixon has more rushing yards than Nick Chubb for plus 150. Yeah, you like that one.
I do. But I'm also taking Nick Chubb's over 83.5. Again, this is to me is a volume one. He's also
what was Mixon's?
67.5. Okay. I mean, I like both of them.
I'm seeing you can combo the two and say over 148.5 rushing. Oh. It's juiced up, but you obviously get the insurance of if one of them blows up, which I don't hate either way. But anyway, is that your last one?
So I was just pointing out.
Oh, okay.
6 games he's gone 5-1 to the over, and the one game he didn't go over was New England, who has a really good rush defense. So yeah, Nick Chubb. And then I do have one more prop, Ryan. The Joe Mixon over rush yards, and then the over 100. That's kind of like one prop for me. I'm also going to give you out Harrison Bryant anytime touchdown. Njoku was 4th in the league in tight end red zone targets before that. Ryan, as Njoku owners, we know how much he's involved in that offense. And I think Harrison Bryant picks up right where he left off. He has, this is kind of interesting. He has 6 touchdowns in his career off of 59 catches. Love that touchdown rate. And one of his, 2 of the touchdowns come against the Bengals. He had a 2 touchdown game against Cincinnati back in 2021. So I liked him to see the end zone as well in this game. So give me Harrison Bryant anytime touchdown at plus 320.
All right, last one. Give me Donovan Peoples-Jones over.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, like basic ass handicap, 71, 50, 74, 71. Those are his yardage totals, Sean, over his last 4 games. You know what the total is this weekend or for Monday night? It's in the 40s. 43.5 smash spot. He's been. I've enjoyed. He might be like in some ways he's better than Amari Cooper.
Yeah,
he's like a big tall guy. He kind of works with Brissett. So over 43.5 for Donovan Peoples-Jones. Like I said, he's been averaging almost 65.
All right. First touchdown time for me, Harrison Bryant. Like I said, laid out the case for him for any time like
System
him. First
play.
touchdown. Jacoby Brissett, 30-1. QB sneak specialist.
Interesting.
Joe Burrow, 25-1. Joe Shiesty.
Do you have the data on the last time that Brissett scored a touchdown?
No,
I don't either. I was just curious because I do like that he's a sneak specialist, but I feel like I haven't seen him in the end zone in a while.
Yeah, that's what he's due, Ryan. Yes, he has 1 rushing touchdown this season.
Oh, nice. All right.
And he gets you like 4 or 5 carries a game. So not again. I just like
It's a system play.
System play. They're just fun, right? Joe Burrow's had a couple rushing touchdowns so far this season. So let me make sure I'm looking at that right.
It sounds like so we've had some.
No, yeah, he's had 3 games in a row with a rushing touchdown. Yeah, so I'm on the Joe Burrow one, especially at
Burrow was the auto play for
25-1. Then I toss in Cincinnati defense because Jacoby Brissett's made some real wonky plays that are I think it could go south for him. So yeah, those are my 4. What do you got, Kramer?
So playing definitely tight ends this week. Harrison Bryant, like you said, whatever that price was, no brainer. I mean, they like him, and he's going to be Njoku. I know he looks a little different than Njoku, and he probably plays a little different, but they should give him the same volume. I also like Hayden Hurst for Cincinnati plus 1,400. I think a lot is made about T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd in terms of Jamar Chase being out, but Hayden Hurst could be the benefactor here. I mean, he was already heavily involved in the offense. The
Hayden Hurst thing I looked into, but Cleveland is randomly good against the tight ends.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I think when you're playing first touchdowns, it's just these guys are always out there.
Yeah.
I considered a Mitchell like going deep and doing like Mitchell Wilcox or something like that, but I don't think you need to here. Joe Burrow kind of spreads the ball around to the shallow top of the depth chart. So Cincy, to recap, Hayden Hurst and Burrow for Cincy, Donovan Peoples-Jones also 19-1 with Harrison Bryant for the Browns.
All right, time.
I'm heating back up on the first touchdowns.
Yeah.
So let's go. What do you got for a build bet?
Sorry, Ryan, can't hear you. Building parlays over here. Give me Cincinnati minus 6.5. Harrison Bryant touchdown. Joe Burrow over 245.5 passing yards. That pays plus 1,700.
Give that to me one more time.
Sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. Bengals minus 6.5. Harrison Bryant touchdown, anytime touchdown, and Joe Burrow over 245.5 passing yards.
Okay, I don't hate it. All right, so for me, I the Joe Burrow angle is real. He's running the ball more, and so I threw.
He is.
I figured out we would do a little bit of a troll here. So on top of the fact that we love Mixon, we love Burrow. So I'm going to give me Mixon. Give me Mixon to go 95 plus. Give me Burrow to go 20 plus yards, and then both teams to have over 1.5 field goals. 20-1.
You got to be playing the field goal props. I've gotten away from them, but
and I don't know. Maybe I just never saw them. But Wynn now has a section where you can just click both teams over. You don't have to. You don't have to individual it. So shout out to the kicking specialists out there.
Awesome week of shows coming up. Very fun week of shows. What do we got going on in the chat? Or sorry, on the shows coming up, we have the Breeders' Cup, Ryan, DFS, college, NFL.
Horse racing is the Breeders' Cup, in case our fans didn't know what that was.
And of course, my Phils. Let's go, Phils.
Oh wait, you're gonna make me talk World Series again?
Oh no, we don't need to do another episode. We need to recalibrate your lasers, right?
We will be doing a Thursday night prop show. So maybe we will have a special guest from the other side on. I don't know.
Yes, that's always fun as well.
Can we find a Texans fan?
Well,
I'm just kidding, guy. We just hung out with them.
We did hang. They're very sad.
They were very open about it. It's like these guys fucking JJ Watt gone. Like there's literally like paintings of JJ Watt all over this Houston sports bar.
It's tough. I mean, you unload all your players. You lose Jack Easterby. It's tough. How are you going to get by? All right. That'll do it for the show. And again, remember, youtube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast, hit subscribe, comment on any of the videos. Every comment is a chance to win. Autograph, Lawrence Taylor or Brian Dawkins jersey coming your way.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green, and he is Ryan.
No one working harder than us, Sean
Kramer. Let it ride.